There you go. Just don't bang the table because that'll ruin the CD. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Topic Time with Harrison Young. Another warm day out there. Summer is carrying on. It's been a wonderful year so far of, this middle third of the year that we call the summer solstice, and I have an awesome guest today. He's an actor, but before we get to him, he's done a few other things. We'll talk about that. We've got a few underwriters to read, and then we'll get right to it. So, we got Big Lee's Automotive in Abington. We got John's Greenhouses and Flora Shop in Brockton. We got C&J Auto Body, Auto Glass Towing in Stoughton. We got Lynch's Towing, Auto Cycle, and Truck Center in Brockton. One number for towing, one number for projects. We got Britton Tire Service in Brockton. We got UBG Airsoft in Bridgewater. We got Sweezy Fence Erectors in Whitman. We got Middleborough Barbering Company in Middleborough. We got Anthony Cycles in Bridgewater. We got Auto Town Auto Glass installed. Direct Insurance Building in Abington. We got Eli's Auto Repair in Taunton. We got Joe's Diner in Taunton. We got MDI Auto Brokers and Repair in Whitman, home of the fully certified used car. We got Doggy Boutique, all breed professional grooming for dogs and cats in Brockton, run by my great next door neighbor, Debbie Siddell. We got D&E Auto Body Collision Center in Bridgewater. We got Grant's Rental in Bridgewater. We got Easton Fitness right here in the Village Shops in Northeastern. And we got the Gun Runner LLC in Middleborough dedicated to your Second Amendment rights. I want to thank you guys very much. And on that note, I will now introduce this young man here. This is Mr. Dennis Daniel. He's an actor from north of Boston. He had a program up at Haverhill TV, I guess, and we're going to talk about that. And he's been in a few films and commercials, and we're going to cover those as well. First of all, Dennis, I want to thank you for coming down here to be on my show today.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. It's an honor and pleasure to be here.
And thank you for being so early today. I can't believe it. You've set a record. No one's ever arrived as early as you did today to do my show.
That's great. That's an honor.
Okay.
It's very loud traffic out there, so yeah, everyone be careful and safe, but yeah.
I know. If you would have left at the regular time, we'd still be waiting for you. So, like I said, I'd rather have you be 4 hours early than 2 hours late, because I've had guests that have done that. All right, well, what I do with every guest is I profile them. I try to find out what they were like as younger people, kids, and then how they got to where they're at now. So tell me about yourself as a kid. Where'd you grow up? What did you do as a kid? You look athletic. You got a Patriots jersey on there.
I will explain all that. I grew up in Haverhill, Massachusetts, and I've heard a lot about the Eastern area as well, so it was a great thing to come over here and do this interview. And on top of that, I've always been a Patriots fan and always wanted to ever work for the Patriots. So I ended up getting a job there, and I do security.
Oh, what, at Gillette?
So yes.
I didn't even know that. Let's talk.
Yes.
Oh, how long have you been doing that? That's great.
October, it'll be a whole year.
Wow,
So,
that's great. That's
I'm
awesome.
sorry if I not said that, but I didn't think the job was important, but it is.
Of course, it's important.
Yes.
And plus, you get to see every game when you're there.
Yes, I've seen Cam Newton. I got the Cam Newton shirt, but I've seen a lot of players. Bill Belichick. I meet him. I let him inside the stadium.
The gate, and everything.
Yes,
Wow.
Yes.
That's so cool. Well, maybe you could get us an interview with somebody.
Who knows?
Well, listen, if he sees this interview and likes it, you never know. Maybe they'll
pull some strings. Dennis Daniel here, but yeah, I mean, who knows? You never know.
I know exactly.
We're very friendly. I like the place. I just moved up a notch in hours and shift wise, and I'm learning the whole company from in and out, and it's great.
Do you do any aside from the Patriots games? Do you do any do security for any other events at Gillette as well?
Yes, we're connected to Gillette. I've done colleges, Dean College, Boston College. There's so many colleges up more. I've done Hot Wheels. Just a bunch of stuff going on that it still hasn't been yet. Revolution games, the soccer.
Okay, that's right, the Revs.
So yeah, I've been really connected with all of that. So as I move up inch by inch, I'm starting to love it a little more.
That's awesome. Okay. All right. Well, you grew up in Haverhill. So what did you do as a kid? Did you play sports?
I played basketball, football. Almost signed up for wrestling and baseball in high school. Like I said, I've done so much sports and anything related to that's why I'm so into the sports now. And Haverhill, yeah, it's a big part of my life, and I'm really trying to relocate now more towards this area. So
okay, that's right. You were telling me that.
I'm moving.
You're still in Haverhill now, though, right?
I'm staying in Haverhill now, but trying to find a
Find a
place,
place
an
south of
apartment up
Boston
here.
instead of
Yeah,
north
yeah.
of Boston. Yeah, it'd probably be
Yep.
easy to commute to Gillette
Yes.
from down here.
Yes.
I mean, you're only 3 towns away from the stadium in Easton. I mean,
Right.
you're in the same county. This is Bristol County down here.
That's what I'm trying to. That's why I'm after this interview. I'm gonna go look around and
That's
see
great.
what
Making a day of it. That's great.
while I'm here. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But let's talk about your acting too. You've done some acting. You've been in some commercials. You've been in some films, and let's talk about that as well. And what have you done at Haverhill TV? You mentioned that.
Oh, like I said, I've done this. What you're doing right now, Haverhill Talk, but it was more like a DJing.
Okay.
The whole teaching people the art form of DJing and what I like to do and what I've done out there in Haverhill is DJing and spreading the word and being more about the culture and trying to tell people how to DJ. And
When you talk about
know,
DJ, you mean like radio DJ, music?
yeah, just DJing an event.
Oh, I see what you mean.
With the
Okay.
controllers and mixing and all that, and trying to have teach people not to do train wrecks and just the
By train wreck, you
BPM.
mean
Just messing up, speeding the song up, and
Right.
just teaching people the proper way how to do things and stuff like that. So,
Cool.
yeah. So that was my time on television when I was down there in Haverhill, public television, doing all types of. I would DJ and have music while I was interviewing other people, and it'd be all types of stuff. So it was great. Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay. Wow. And how long ago was that?
That was maybe I want to say 2 years ago, almost 3.
Okay.
So it was a pretty while ago, but it feels like yesterday because all the videos and everything is still there.
Of course.
So it's like,
I'm sure
you
they.
know.
I'm sure they were awesome. I'm sure they're very instructional to a lot of people.
I was trying to get the producer award. It was a competition. They said I was close. So, but you never know. Like I said, it was a great time there. I still communicate with certain people there, but sometimes you advance, you move on, and I wanted to do other things like movies and other things. So that's where acting really kicked in. But I learned a lot about editing and all that, and it was a great time being there. It was great.
Okay. Well, speaking of editing, are you good at editing? Have you done video editing? Are you good at it?
They taught me how to do it, but I haven't
Yeah, I know.
actually put it.
I've learned too, and I'm not great at it either. I've sort of given up any hope of ever being good at video editing.
Like I said, there's a lot of programs. There's things you put inside a external hard drive. You go out. Like I knew the whole ins and out, but I just haven't really put it. It wasn't my field, but I know how to do it. But I mean,
Okay. Well, but let's talk about some of the acting you've done too. You said you've done some acting, so let's go over that.
I've done. I'm a non-union. I've done background acting. So I've been in certain films like Hubie Halloween with Adam Sandler,
Wow.
Castle Rock, and just a bunch of films.
You wouldn't happen to have been in Shutter Island too, would you? Have
No.
been? Well, I was in that. That's why I was wondering.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. There were films that I did try to, select and put myself in, but again, it's a lot. There's a lot of people trying to be something, and I'm just trying to take mine to a whole nother level and try to take acting classes and all types of stuff. But yeah, I continue to keep throwing my name into the film industry, and it's been working out really well. It's been really waiting for some movies to come out actually, and called Coda. I'm in a movie called Witnesses, and this is all going to be coming in. So, like I said, some in the Fall River too. Yeah, so.
Would you say some in the fall?
No, Fall River,
Fall River.
River City.
Oh, yeah, okay. You've done films in Fall River.
Yeah. So I'm waiting for those to come out as to editing
Okay.
and all that. So
Well,
much
okay.
credit to the people around here. There's a lot of great people in the Easton and around these areas. So I've met a lot of great people.
Okay.
around here.
Well, what have you done in Fall River? I mean, are you talking about the TV station down there? Or,
No.
or
It was a
films?
movie. It was a
Yeah,
film
okay.
that they rented out, and it was a whole like a
Oh,
garage.
okay. The crew rented. They did the
Yeah.
film in Fall River.
Yeah, and
Okay.
then
you
I had
were
to
in it.
drive all the way from over there, and it was a nice little drive. I like to drive, so people are like, you like to drive an hour? I'm like, yeah. I mean,
Well, Fall River's
doesn't-
nice. I mean,
you
it's
see different
history.
things. Remember, I'm a kid that never really left Haverhill. I've been just like, okay, let me go try this, let me go try that. So
Right.
I'm just trying to, see these nice places, which I like. I like a lot of places out here, a lot of good places.
It's true. Okay. Well, have you been in any indie films too, as well as big ones?
Witnesses is an
It
independent
is an
film.
indie film. Oh, you
Yeah.
tell me about the people that are involved in it. The producers,
It
the
was
other
a-
actors, if you can remember.
Yeah, it was in Sturbridge,
Okay.
Massachusetts.
Yep.
I don't know if you guys know where that is,
I
but
do.
it-
It's in West. It's near Worcester.
okay, so then, yeah, it was a great movie. It was about a lot of people. It was about a lot of church people. A lot of it was like almost like back in the days, like almost
Yeah.
in the 1940s or like way back to where we had to dress up a little bit and seahorses, and it was a real diamond. A lot of trees, a lot of clothes, different old.
Are you talking about like World War II era film?
Almost
Or
to that
before
point
that?
where like just the clothes were like hand me down. Like you could tell the clothes were just, you know, it was way back in the Western times. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I had to get used to that. I was like, wow, what is all that? Like we had to dress up and get used to and kind of look a certain way and everything else. So it worked out pretty well.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it did. And this was in Sturbridge?
Yeah, I had to drive all the way to Sturbridge. I never knew where that was, and then I went
Route
over there.
84.
Right.
I mean, it's I-84 heading up to the Mass Pike.
I learned that.
Yeah. Have you ever done anything in music at all?
Besides DJing, like
Besides
I said,
DJing, yes.
I mean, I try to do The Voice. There's a program called The Voice, or a show that's called
I
The
know.
Voice.
You've been,
and,
you
I put my
auditioned
name
for
into it, and I still
Okay.
have an application to it. I haven't really. I've done some videos, but I really didn't. I'm really trying to perfect my voice, so I went to a voice doctor in Boston, and
Doctor, huh?
like someone to tell me if what's wrong with my voice, exercise my tongue, like to do exercise and all types of remedies to make sure my throat and everything else was in contact. The part that I didn't like was when they have to kind of jam a long thing down there to make to look. It's a camera.
Whoa, wait a minute,
It's a camera. They gotta look down. They gotta see what's going on with
You're
the throat.
talking about what you're talking about sounds like an endoscopy. I had one of those done before.
Okay.
Well, the only reason you had that done just so you could change, just so you could make your voice sound good. I mean, the only reason they did that for me is because they were checking for cancer.
Well, I was checking for everything, because if I'm trying to be a singer or trying to be somewhat of doing that, like I wanted to dip my hand in everything. Like I wanted to be the jack of all trades, just try different fields of any type of my craft. I wanted to do different parts of.
I know, but the idea of having this tube stuck down your voice, there must have been a less drastic way of getting your voice to sound better than that.
They had to. This was my first meeting with them. This is my first time meeting with them.
I mean, you're telling me you did that, but you didn't have any health problems. You just wanted to get your voice sounding good, so you had them stick a tube down your throat. Is that what you're saying?
Okay. While we're there, I said check it for any healthy. I said my voice. They said my voice was dry. Like my throat was dry.
Did you have any symptoms prior to that were uncomfortable? Did you have a sore throat?
No, sir. But I'm glad I was there to check just in case.
Gee, wow. I mean, that's okay. I mean, if you say so. Well, I've never heard of that before, but it's an interesting story to say the least.
Well, you're there. You check for everything. Check how your voice is. Check your health. I mean, we cover all bases over here, you know.
Okay, all right. Well, did they at least give you like what they call when they did me? They gave me what I call goofy fluid. So it relaxes your swallowing reflexes, so you don't feel it doesn't hurt as much when it goes down. Did they give you anything like that? Did they, you know what I mean, like an anesthetic, like something to relax
Yeah, they
you?
gave me something in the beginning where they did that, and then.
I felt kind of good actually. Once I had that in me, I didn't care that my gag reflex was because it was relaxed.
Yeah.
It makes you feel euphoric. But wow, okay, that's different. All right, how long ago did you have that done?
Not too long ago, like almost a month ago. So.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Egad, okay.
Yeah.
Do you play any musical instruments?
Besides that, I did the flutophone when I was in grade school, like when I was fourth grade. But that was the only thing.
Okay, that's cool. I played the tonette in the fourth grade. I played the piano for 7 years too.
Oh wow, that's great.
Yeah, it was fun. I didn't. Everyone said I was talented, but I didn't think I was as talented as they said I was. So I didn't kind of stick with it, and I couldn't stick with stuff back in those days as well as I can today. All right. Well, what about have you ever written anything? Like, I mean, do you ever had any ideas for a movie script yourself? It sounds like your autobiography would be quite interesting.
It would, because at the end of the day, no one's ever walked in your shoes, and it's
That's
always
correct.
something that you want to leave before you leave this planet. You want to kind of leave something behind. You want to leave on a good note. I mean, I've tried to look into directing, and man, it would be great. I mean, I know some people who direct, and to be that close to them, and I wouldn't mind doing that. But have I written scripts? And I've written scripts to memorize, to try to put myself in a movie or whatnot. But like I said, that takes all
Like
time and
sample
effort.
scripts, like samples.
I read them and practice some.
Yeah.
So if they do decide to give me a script, I mean, I've done student film.
Where have you done them?
I've done one in Belmont. I don't know if Belmont, Massachusetts.
I know where it is. What
okay.
school? You said it was a high school?
No, actually, this was actually on film. Like
I know, but you said it was a student film. Was it at a school?
No, sir, it was at a mansion, actually.
Really?
It was at a mansion.
Okay.
They rented out the mansion, the crew, and yeah, it was like maybe 10 of us in there, and we're taking turns and going down this beautiful stairs of in Belmont in this mansion, and provided food and whatnot. And it was my first time being that up close. Actually, it's on Prime. So if anybody has Prime, you know, you go to it.
Yeah.
But like I said, it was a great experience.
Okay.
And like I said, I'm always trying to, you know, upgrade myself and see where I can go with that. And like I said, I try to keep myself in a physical form and try to go to the gym and try to eat right with my lettuce.
You look very healthy. You look fit.
Lettuce, tomato. Yeah, I mean, while I'm still young, I mean, like I said, I like hanging out with the older folks. I'm just someone who sponges a lot of information, and it's great for me because I can analyze that and learn from that.
Absolutely. Okay.
Because they've been through it first. So I don't say I'm just a
you're hanging out with somebody
kid on the
older
block,
right now,
you know.
Sure. You must. I mean, you don't look too old to me. You look about 28.
No, but no. I mean, like I said, I don't hang out with everyone all the time. But I mean, it's great to when I do, especially projects like this. I like to just sponge information and know where I'm at, what am I doing, pick my spots, and you know, just get where I need to get and do what I got to do. You know.
Well, now being that you like sports so much, I was wondering, have you ever done any like sports journalism? Have you ever done any photography, taking pictures of games up close? I mean, can you at Gillette, say you're covering it, say you're doing security, can you take pictures of the game right on the
well,
the
security,
ground level? Probably not, right?
Nah, that'd be. But you never know. I mean, you can always upgrade yourself in the vicinity. You can always.
That's what I mean.
You can change your position and do other things in like there's so many positions in there in the vicinity that you could change your job opportunity and become a market analyst or you know, anything, management. You could do anything that you want in there. There's so many opportunities. You just gotta ask.
How exactly did you get your foot in the door? What did you do?
Okay, I was walking with someone, right? And they actually here, the person there. But we were walking one day, and
where?
I guess it's the food court.
Oh, at Gillette?
It's called the Patriots Place.
Oh yeah.
So you're walking through there, and there was a sign that said hiring.
Okay.
So I said, that's interesting. They're hiring?
Wow.
Caught me off guard. So I wrote, it was this blinking like billboard. So you had to catch it real quick because it would flash on the number.
Very easy to miss it if you don't look at it.
And then I just sat there, and people were just probably looking at me like, I'm like, I don't care what they're thinking. I have to get this down. So I'm looking to write the number, okay, the information, the people I got to call, blah, blah, blah. So I did all that. And then next thing you know, I called, and next thing you know, I'm in the interview upstairs in this nice place where they have everything's going, nice couches. You see like the sports pictures on the walls.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, this is not happening. This is crazy. Like, I'm not supposed to be here. So.
Oh, I'd be sure you were supposed to be here.
I mean, for some, but a kid growing up, it's like you never thought you would have this opportunity, and he never mind even grow into it. Like, it was amazing how the interview alone. You've seen the trophies, you've seen the pictures, the celebrations, you see the other celebrities, you're seeing like things that are on the wall that you're gonna end up meeting these people one day, and you end up seeing them like just the rest of the fans when they go there. So it was crazy.
Absolutely. Okay. And you said you've been doing this for a couple of years?
No, like I said, this
since October.
Yeah,
I got it.
This October coming up will be a year. So
well, I was just thinking. So you may be. I don't know when Tom Brady's coming back with Tampa Bay. I don't know if he's playing. They're playing at Gillette or out there. They're going to be playing on October 3rd.
They might come back. And like I
said,
they are
coming. I'm not sure if it's here or there. That's the only thing I'm wondering. I think it's a Gillette. It's my birthday.
I hope it's
too.
a home game because
you're going to be there, right?
Exactly. I definitely, yeah. You know, it's a great thing. Like I said, he made a home here. He did a lot of things. I mean, it just shows the effort he did and tried for the Patriots, for the New England. But yeah, I mean, we're now with Cam Newton, and we'll see what happens. You never know. Things are, let's see if Cam brings one home. Like I said, we have a lot of support. The support is awesome, and the staff is great, and it amazes me every time. If your job doesn't scare you every day, then you gotta put some more energy into it or something. But every time I go there, I get a little nervous because you see the big stadium, you see the way up on the top on the third 300.
It's overwhelming.
Yes, there's a lot. There's a lot going on in there every day. It's
okay. So what are you doing now? What are you doing regularly at this point? Are you doing any acting going on right? It's currently in the summer.
Like I said, right now I deal with Boston Casting,
Okay.
CP Casting. I'm looking for a lot of agencies out here, and once I move out here, I can venture off a little more closer because everything's in Boston. A lot of things are in around Foxborough, Boston, so I can dip to Connecticut, Rhode Island. Like I said, just being around the area gives me a sense of energy where I can go and take off and go and examine these places and try to see where I fit in and try to put my paw print in and leave my names,
Exactly. Okay. And so when are you planning on moving? I mean, you have a specific location that you're planning to move to, or just?
The time and date is now.
Okay.
So right after I leave from here, I'm gonna probably go look at some places out here and Easton and Brockton and whatever fits my budget. And like I said, I'm right after this, I'm gonna go do that and look around the area because the sooner the better.
Okay. Well, my brother's a realtor here in Easton. Maybe he can help you.
Like I said, I'll take whatever,
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't his. But he works for the clerk of courts down in Plymouth, so I don't even know what his schedule is anymore. So
I hear you.
Right.
But like I said, I'm gonna do my own little research of my running around, so I can be more closer to my work near Foxborough and all that, and
right, exactly.
near Gillette Stadium.
Why not look in Foxborough? You're right. I think there might be stuff available out there.
Again, I've been on Facebook
Or Norwood
Market.
even. That's pretty close.
Yeah, I've been on all over. I've been just going on Craigslist, and like I said, I'm still gonna do some searches after this. So it's great to go sightseeing as well. People in Easton are real nice. They're real cool out here. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of nice houses and a lot of nice places. So yeah, it's great to go view a lot of things out here. So
that's awesome. But I mean, do you have any acting gigs on the horizon currently?
right now, it's like I said, they put information out there, right? So
Well, I know. I'm
you
on their
apply
mailing
to
list,
them
too.
and you wait.
Right.
So to wait, almost like a waiting game.
Right.
And like I said, I did a movie, and I just had to put my name in it. And like I said, you just sit there and wait. I did a movie in Norwood.
Oh, you did? What was that?
It was pretty good. It was in a theater.
Oh,
So,
really? Okay.
Yeah, we ended up using the Norwood Theater. No one was there, so we ended up using it, and it was great. And like I said, it's a great time. I've been on set for 4 days. That's the longest I've been.
You want to talk about the role that you had a little bit?
I played the Christmas Grinch.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah. So again, just a lot of things that happened. I had to change suits. I had to bring a lot of suits and clothes, and that's about it. Like you just wait and just wait for your opportunity, and you get to know the producers as well. And it's great because you get the camaraderie and just everybody. You get to know and get used to the crew and everyone, and they'll remember you, and then they want you back, and you get that special email and they dealt with Lifetime, so it was a Lifetime television show.
Oh, it is?
So
okay, the one in Norwood.
Yeah, and again, it will take time. It's a Christmas movie.
Okay.
So it'll be out later.
You're going to be the Grinch. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
He's an icon. You can say what you want about him, but he is an icon.
Well, it was the Ghost of Christmas or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's who I was. But yeah, it's an experience. 4 days on set. A non-union some will get 3 the most.
Okay.
But this was like part of being the casting. Like you're with the other people, and it's a great thing. It was an eye opener for me because I never had a 4-day. It really took my job serious. So I was like, wow, I really need to step up my game and try to expand myself more into the Boston area and tri-state area.
Okay. Now you say you've got some camaraderie with directors that you've worked with. So what about the idea of suggesting maybe they could do a film at Gillette where you play what you do as for work as a security guard?
Well, that was the thing when I went to Norwood.
Right, you're right next door. Well, practically, I guess 2 towns to.
I talked to the director and he said, "Where do you work at?" I was like, "I work at Gillette." So we and him got a good feel and talked about everything else. So maybe there will be something in the works next time when I get hired for another movie, TV show. We'll have a talk about that.
That's
but
awesome.
They know, though. They know.
Okay, well, guess what? We're down in the final 5 minutes. We made it go by. So a couple of here's what I'm going to ask that you do. Look at the camera, give shouts out to people that are going to see the show, condense them. We're going to get a lot of people that'll see it, but you know who the people are in your life that you're closest to, and then we'll wrap the show up.
Well, like I said, I want to thank all the Gillette New England Patriots, everybody else watching, everyone supporting New England, and Jennifer Springs for, mentioning
I know Jennifer.
you.
She was here last year. Boy, we got a ton of views for our show.
Yeah, she's great. And again, thank a lot of my supporters around me, the people they know who's close to me, that work with me every day and provide everything and support everything that I do and want. And people who go through it with me in my sad and bad days. But and Harry, for you for letting me be on the show. And thank you very much, man.
Harry? Harrison.
Harrison, sorry.
Yeah, that's cool. That's all right. That's all right. It's easy.
Harry for sure. I call him Harry. No.
Well, I like Harrison. That's the best.
Harrison, then we're staying with Harrison.
Okay. Now what I want you to do, if you had a good time with me, I want you to tell as many people about the show as possible, so I can get more guests. You have my phone number. Have them call me, text me, and we'll get them on as guests, either here or one of my other locations.
Yeah, if I have to drive people over there so they can get the interview, some
That would
great
be great.
people that you would really bump up the show. I mean, I would. I got to look into that more. And
Okay, well, you got to handle what's your deal first. But I'm saying, if you know anybody, just feel
we'll
free to
spread the
drop
word
my
out.
name. Exactly.
Harry, we want to make this Harrison show the best we could. Yes.
That's exactly it. I couldn't have said it better, my good man. All right, so on that note, are you ready to wrap the show up the way we began it with my music and snap and roll and all that?
I think so. I think, yeah.
Okay. All right, folks. Thanks for watching Topic Time. More great episodes to follow. See you next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.